Now turn up.
What's up, gorgeous people? This is Ambizzares DIY and other stuff. My name is Meeks, and in today's Make It Monday, we're gonna make some bears that are like roses. So I've been seeing these rose bears on Etsy, Pinterest, all these places, but they're really expensive. I was like, dude, I don't want to pay that much. I'm just saying, I'm a little on the cheap side. I don't want to pay that much, and I totally know that I can make them. So that's what we're gonna do on today's video. I'm gonna show you a way that you can make these bears, but I'm gonna, full disclosure, be honest with you, that was still a little more expensive than I expected it to be, but it was still cheaper than buying the bears. So you guys will just have to weigh out your options and decide whether or not you want to put the time into making them, because honestly it did cost a little more than I expected that it would. But without further ado, let's jump into this thing. Okay guys, we're going to start with this little stuffed bear that is clearly Christmas themed. So the first thing that we're going to want to do is take off the hat. I have my seam ripper here. I'm just going to find where one of the threads are, and I'm just going to snip it with the little seam ripper here. And that's pretty much it, guys. It comes almost right off, totally. Pretty awesome. So the next thing that I'm going to do after I get this little hat off is I'm going to go ahead and take off the little scarf as well. And as you can see, it's completely intact and I can use it for another project, which is pretty awesome. That's why I didn't want to just cut it off, because I knew they had to be sewed down. So this is the best way to do it so that you can reuse them, and they come off pretty clean and easy this way. So the next thing I want to do is go ahead and cut off that tag, because I just don't want it to be in the way, and I don't want to have to worry about it. So we're just going to snip that right off. Okay, our little bear's prepped. Now I have these foam roses in two different colors, and I wanted to just use the pink and the blue, but I don't know if I'm going to have enough. So in case I don't, I have the black, and I'll just use the black like around the snout and on the little feet if I need it. I'm hoping that I won't. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to want to do is take these little foam roses out of the little packet here, and I'm just going to pop them off of these wire things because we don't need that part of it and it's just going to get in our way. So you just pop them all off. Now I got these ones from Amazon, and on this next part you guys are going to see why I would suggest getting different roses, because these ones are a little bit of a pain in the butt. So the next thing that I want to do is go ahead and peel these little green parts off, because if you try to glue those onto the bear with those on there, they just come right off. It's like those things aren't even stuck on there. So I go ahead and peel all of these off as I go along. It's a big pain in the butt. That's why I would suggest different roses. Okay, now that that is kind of sort of started, I'm just going to show you. You just take your hot glue gun here, and then you start gluing around the, the crevice of the arm of the bear. I like to work my crevices first. So I work around the arm, then I work around the leg, and then I work around the neck. That's just how I found it to be the easiest to do this. So as I'm working through here, you guys have to hold this down on this fur for like quite a while. I don't know if it's just the way the fabric is, but if you don't hold the roses down long enough, then they start to come up, and it's such a pain in the butt, because I was going back through and gluing roses back down as I was working on these projects. I was going to make all of my YouTube buddies that I just sent friend mail some of these bears, but they took so long to make, and honestly they were more expensive to make than I expected them to be. Both of the rose packs were $9.99 each, which makes it $20. Plus you have the cost of the bear, which was like around $1, and it's only a 5-inch bear. But honestly, guys, to buy one of these rose bears, it only costs like $26 and some odd cents or something like that on Amazon, and you get a bigger bear. You get a bear that's like 10 or 12 inches. So if I would have realized that, I would have just went that route and not done any of this. But I mean, whatever. We have custom bears here that, you might not be able to find these particular colors. I didn't see two-toned pink and blue ones, so I'm just saying. It's kind of cool to have this option. Anyways, as you can see, I'm just outlining the one half of the bear, because I want to do half of it pink and the other half I want to do in blue. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish lining up the what's the word I'm trying to say here, the pink half of the bear, and then we will go ahead and move on to the blue part, and depending on how much of the pink I use is going to depend whether or not I'm going to need those black roses. Okay, so this is what's left after I've done the pink half of the bear. So as you can see, I didn't have enough to do the snout or the foot, and I was afraid that I wouldn't have enough to do that. So what I'm going to do now is just go ahead and do the exact same process, add the blue, and see where I'm at after I add the blue, and hopefully I don't need to use the black. We'll just have to see how it goes. And here it is. Woo! So guys, I just decided to finish out that side of the pink that was supposed to be pink. I decided to finish it in the blue because I really didn't want to use the black. I just wasn't sure that it would look right on this particular bear. And honestly, I kind of like the effect that it has there with all the, like a little bit more blue than the pink. But you definitely need at least 2 packs of this if you're going, 2 packs of the roses if you're going to try this project. I'm going to go ahead and show you the back side of the bear. There it is, pretty much the same as the front. So that's a pretty easy project, but a little time consuming. Let's go into final thoughts. Okay guys, so there you go. That's how I made these little bears out of roses. Now, like I said, I was really surprised at the cost of those little mini roses, considering that they're foam, so on and so forth. I really thought that I would be able to get those cheaper than I did. Now, I did price them like everywhere. I priced them on Walmart, Amazon, eBay. I was on several different sites and they were roughly the same price no matter where I bought them from. So that's why I just decided to go ahead and get them from Amazon. But I gotta say, if I would have had more time to order them, I could have definitely got them at a little bit of a cheaper like rate, but they would have came from China and they wouldn't have been here for months. I mean, I might have got them in like the middle of summer, and I wanted them to do for this Valentine DIY. So if you want them quickly, you're gonna have to order from like Amazon, Walmart, eBay, one of those places. Now, if you have time where you can order them like way ahead of time and you're able to wait a few months, then you can get an excellent deal and make these bears for under $5. So that's the route that I was hoping to go, but unfortunately mine cost me roughly $16 to make when it's all said and done, and they're not even the great big size that you get that you can get. I think their bears were a little bit bigger and they were like $26. So I don't know, you guys, it's just a hit or miss with some of these DIYs. Sometimes it's better just to buy the product as it is rather than try to make it yourself. So at any rate, it was fun to make. I hope that you guys got some inspiration from it. And yeah, that's all I got for you guys in this video, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye! And on today's Make It Monday, I have for you, well, you know those rose bears that you see, where do you see them at? How do I want to do this? Try it again. So I hope you guys found this video helpful or useful in some way. So I love when I mess up the end. Try it again. Okay guys, so there you go. That's how I made these little roses, bears out of roses. Try it again. Okay. Try it again. Okay guys, so there you go. That's how I made these little bears out of roses. Why do I keep getting it confused? Try it again.